Okay. The November 17th, 2025 Commissioners meeting is officially in order. Start with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Then, Lonnie, you might just want to say what the John.
Yep. Yeah. Present today are Commissioners Ellen Stemple, Lonnie Jensen, and we are joined with Greg Nagel and Jenna Masser. And they have asked to address the commission. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, Gina Masser, wanted to address the commissioners in regards to the type 1 zoning. I've been doing several readings. There are lots of ways to go about zoning for a type 1 citizen petition. In Gallatin County, they stated that once the petitions were certified by the clerk of courts, that they can then be adopted by the commissioners. And then the only requirement after that is a notice of a 15-day final adoption. There doesn't need to be hearings or public anything. It just needs to be noticed for 15 days in 3 public places, and so that the community knows that the zoning one will be adopted. And I would, I guess, ask that you follow that protocol of just simply adopting the zone. We have a large contingency of landowners that are wanting this type zone, over the 60% that's required. According to my calculations, it's I think it's 80.
Looks like 87%.
It's 87% of the landowners in the zone have petitioned to have a type 1 zone put in. So I would ask that the commissioners would honor that, just simply adopt the simplest way of going about this once they're certified, to go ahead and adopt the zone, put out a 15-day notice, and then make the zone complete.
I hear what you're saying. For us to put something on the agenda though, because we're going to adopt something we got to put on the agenda, then our meetings are every Monday.
Correct.
So
You could put it on for next Monday. Sherry might have it.
no, because that's only 7 days away.
Correct. In 7 days, she will have it certified. Then she brings it in here and say, adopt this. Then you have a 15-day notice that you have to put out. So then it would be on the couple weeks from there. So you would have a 15-day after this coming Monday. I'm guessing she'll get after this and have it certified before Monday. And then adopt it on Monday. And then you put the notice out for 15 days and then have another meeting, another commissioners meeting.
Well, and something big like this, we probably want to put it in the paper too, so that
Yes,
might also.
yes.
Okay. So I understand your 15 days, but it might be longer based on getting on. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
Exactly. I'm just saying that's the most expedient and way to go about doing. It's just
Yeah.
adopt a type 1 zoning. According to the rules and regulations that I have read, Montana Code does not need to go to the planning board. Because it's a citizen zoning, so it doesn't need to go to the planning.
Agreed.
So it can simply be adopted by the commissioners at the type 1 zone. With the 15-day notice, as the procedure goes on, Alan, is what I say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just clarifying. That's all. Just,
Yep, as the procedure goes.
yeah.
And do we want to put it in the paper twice, just to, do a more efficient job of it? Or just once? And call it
I think that's the way, just so that
Yeah,
anybody that has any interest in it. I mean, obviously the landowners, the people impacted are aware already,
correct.
because the vast majority of them signed up. This is just, because if if somebody else shows up and says, well, I live in Timbuktu and I don't like this. Thank you for your opinion, duly noted.
Not,
It's not, I mean, I can't speak for how we would react to that,
Okay.
but we're gonna look at, you've got 87 out of 100 people in a room that say, yes, do this. So, I mean, we just want, so somebody doesn't come back and say, well, no one knew about it.
correct.
The landowners knew,
Exactly. Yeah.
we published it in the paper twice, so 15, 21 days, somewhere in there.
Right.
But, we'll start by putting it on the agenda for next Monday. Now, we don't know how long it's gonna take Sherry, because she said Prairie County it was a lot of hours for them, and I don't know how big their
There's so
piece.
much
okay,
including.
30. 30 people,
Um,
yeah. So,
I think we should check with her and see if that's gonna fit with,
but I think what we'll do, we'll put an initial hearing for zoning, for the type 1 zoning next Monday, because we can always table it. So then it's on the agenda, and then if we can get it done by next Monday to start it, then great, and if not, we'll table it week by week. Because we've got, let's see, November, so we'll be here on the 24th. Yeah, 24th first, yeah, so we're good. And we'll have to talk about how we do with the paper. Because if we put something in this week, it'd be published after the following.
isn't it hard to set the date though until
Till she's ready.
Sherry's got hers?
Yeah, I'm just. If we keep it on the agenda, then it's as close to the top as we can have it. And I'm just trying to think of how soon we can get it. Because we've never done something like this, maybe we just advertise in the paper once. I mean,
There just
that's,
has to be a public notice.
yeah, and we'll do it's like they do with the agenda. They do library, and not library,
Post office.
yeah, post office, they've got that, but it's just one more step on putting it in the
Yeah.
paper. But that wouldn't delay it, we usually put it in the paper once. So. Yeah, it seems feasible. You've done a great job of talking to the landowners, getting it all organized. So,
Definitely.
Well, she did 99% of it. No doubt.
well, and obviously the landowners are in support.
They sure seem
So,
yes.
I mean, you're well over the minimum,
Yeah.
So we'll look at dotting i's and crossing t's. So. I think that's good then, right, Juan?
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thanks for coming in.
Lose your cup.
Yeah.
Here you go. Peter Gerby.
Sounds good.
That's what it's for.
Thank you.
So now, do you want to launch into everything else, or do you want to?
I think we, that.
Okay.
I have a motion for approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second, all in favor,
Aye.
opposed, same sign. Carried. The 20 November 10th minutes.
Was there any? Were there any changes? I left last Monday. I bet you I didn't send it out, did I?
So that would have been the 10th.
I'll bet you I didn't send it out. I gave a hard copy to you. All right,
There was a,
let's add that on and then read the minutes.
so There's a little change here on the Brianna Vine. I talked to Herb and he thought, he's also on the board,
Okay,
and he thought that he checked to make sure that it wasn't his position, but he said he was on for 5 years, he thought. But, and I called Brianna Vine and we had that letter that was ready to send to her. Well, she told me she wants to step down.
okay,
So the letter hadn't been mailed yet.
all right, oh, good.
I nabbed the letter and she has a person,
Oh,
Nicole Miller, that is interested. And she was gonna get with Nicole and get back to us.
so let's table the appointment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
In the other addition, the only other addition or change I had to what you had is Will Hebel came in, he had sold some sawhorses at the county fair. And the check from that he donated to the fair building.
oh, that was nice.
Yeah, it was, I forget, $800 and some dollars.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was Willie Hebel?
Yep. And I asked him if he wanted to get his picture taken, and he said no. I was gonna take his picture and put it in the paper for him.
And Will Hebel met with the board to donate his, what kind of check is that called? Shoot, they're fair, what are they called?
He donated.
Uh,
What we call it, fundraiser and money and.
How about donate the funds they received? So. How about this? Will Hebel met with the board to donate the funds he received for selling his sawhorses at the county fair.
Sounds good. I'm selling, what did you?
Didn't you say sawhorses?
Yeah, yeah. And I did have that phone call from Herb to basically discuss his appointment on the Missouri River Board.
So.
$816.75.
That's Will Hebel's check.
Yeah. That's pretty good sawhorses.
Pretty generous for a kid too.
Yeah.
All right, so let me print this off. Yeah. Still want it. Oh, low paper. That's funny. We can do that. Okay, so here's draft minutes for the 10th. Yeah, turned it to 2 pages because it's couldn't quite fit.
Since Commissioner Taylor isn't here to read to us, would you like to read them to me or?
You would read them because once I write them, then it sounds right in my head.
Okay.
So if I
I don't have a problem with that, yeah.
okay,
So you're more likely to catch a mistake if I'm reading it.
yeah, because if not, I wrote it, so I'm like, it sounds right in my head, and then, but when somebody else says it, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that ain't right. So, yeah, if you could read it, that'd be great.
This is Monday, November 10th, 2025. Board of Commissioners of Macomb County, Montana met in regular session with Lonnie Jensen, Ty Taylor, and Alan Stempel present. Presiding officer Lonnie Jensen called the meeting to order. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited. Commissioner Taylor moved to approve the agenda. Commissioner Stempel seconded the motion, and the motion passed 3-0. Gary Phillips, South Road Department Foreman, met with the board to discuss road department issues. Dan Curtis, North Road Foreman, and Gary Phillips, South Road Department Foreman.
So should I do North Road Department Foreman? And then, or North Road Foreman sounds better, right?
Yes, I think so too.
Take out the department
Yep.
after South Road, okay.
Met with the board to conduct North Road Department job interviews. Jeannie Masser met with the board to provide an update on a potential zoning regulation. Roger Sheriff, Circle Fire Chief, met with the board to discuss vehicle repairs, a vehicle license, and fire department issues. Meeting was open to public participation at 1 p.m. November 3rd, 2025 minutes were approved as read. The board reviewed task order 26-07-7-11-123-0 for public health emergency preparedness plan. Commissioner Taylor moved to approve the task order and Commissioner Stempel second. Motion passed 3-0. Board reviewed the Macomb County Fair Board bylaws and tabled a decision until the next meeting. Herb Eliason, museum curator, met with the board by phone to discuss museum issues and appointing a member to the Missouri River Board. The board tabled appointment to the Missouri River Board. Will Hebo met with the board to donate the funds he received for selling his sawhorses at the county fair.
Should we put donate funds to the
To the county fair building project, kitchen project,
fair, what,
either probably
building replacement?
build, yeah, there you go. Peter Crockett, treasurer, met with the board to discuss treasurer issues. The board reviewed a tax adjustment. Commissioner Stempel moved to approve tax adjustment
Oh, yeah, did you
number.
guys have that tax adjustment,
Oh,
or was it tabled?
no. I signed that, but I did not get a copy. I don't think we'll have to get.
All right, so we'll have to fill that in.
Yeah.
So we just need those details.
Yeah.
Okay,
Correspondence occupied the board for the rest of the day. The meeting adjourned at 5 p.m.
so I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as amended. Upon getting the tax adjustment information.
I second that.
Aye.
All in
Is that-
favor? Aye.
Aye, sorry. Because that way the minutes are approved, it's just contingent, and so we can get that, we can always get that this afternoon.
Next on the agenda, we have the KLJ and the Delphi contracts to review. Also. Seems to all kind of be shoved together here. Unopened mail. This is an invoice. For the work that the attorney did on drafting up them contracts. I don't know if that's something that we,
So who's paying for it?
but
I'm wondering if they don't want us to forward this to Christine and see if it's something that's paid through the grant.
And we can ask her, but where's the cash coming from to pay the bill to start? Cause is this a county expense or is this a health center expense? Cause if we were gonna have contracts written up, we'd have our county attorney do it.
Right.
I mean, as far as I know, we didn't approve some other lawyer to make contracts, did we?
you know, they discussed options, but the board chose to have their attorney look at it.
I think that's their expense then. I mean, so I think we let the health center know they can pay it. And then at the same time, email Christine or forward that email to Christine and say, hey, is this an expense that the grant can cover? But I don't think we approved to, because why would we use an outside attorney when we have a county attorney? I get it, they probably want to do it faster, but
I think that was the reason.
well, they chose to do it, so. And I think we've paid a lot on this project. So I think it's okay if they pay some too. Because how much is the bill?
1,500.
It's not terrible. Yeah, so that's that Delphi?
No,
No. Oh.
this is something else that came across.
Okay, sorry. There's KLJ anyway.
This just looks like an update on contact and information. Well, let's look at it.
Yeah, and the agenda actually says contacts. So it's not, it says contact, so I guess. Yeah. I thought it was contract, but it's definitely contact. Oh, okay, I get this now. So this is the combination of road it's gonna get to get together and work on the airport. So,
Does it need a response?
well, we put it on the agenda. So I will make a motion to approve the KLJ and Delphi contacts for the FAA grant. You'll second
I'll
that.
second it. Favor,
Aye.
carried.
Yeah, so if you sign and date that one. Yeah, and actually, I kept reading it as contracts, but it's definitely contacts. So, I mean, that's more of a, it wouldn't have had to be on the agenda, but since it is, then.
On the agenda, we have treasurer's cash report.
Yeah, usually Nita brings that in herself. I mean, it could be in the folder, but. I'm guessing that she's got it. So. Holy mackerel.
I haven't heard if we've got any bids.
We had a,
Yeah, I saw your email that went to,
yeah. I didn't. I couldn't find where I had a. I had the
Banner ad saved on the computer, but the actual bid package that Tandy had give us, couldn't find that in an email. So I had her send one to this Thompson Brothers in
this is the Valley County guy.
Valley County, and then there was another guy that had contacted us about it.
Yeah, we can check with Sherry and see if there's,
And Sherry had sent me Roush was his name. I think it was Kevin Roush, and I don't know where she didn't know where he's from either, but so I came up and emailed him the banner ad
oh,
and
good.
then contacted Tandy to send him the bid packet. I had a copy of the bid packet, but I think some changes were made to it. So I'd hate to send him one that,
No, that's good putting on. Tandy would have the most updated information and she's the good contact. You know, she's there 5 days a week, so that works.
so we may have two bids at 2:00.
Yeah, see who shows up. Well, I went to the Great Northern meeting last Monday. And it was basically me and, well, there was more people presenting. Carly was there from Great Northern and then 2 people from DEQ. So, you know, there's a great deal of money. It's for great and wonderful things. They're not really sure that, you know, if we're not gonna do like some kind of projects in the courthouse, they're not sure it'd be worth it to try and get out the asbestos and all the lead-based paint. So basically, until we have more of a problem, everything can just, you know, the guidance is just don't disturb anything. So we'll see how the courtroom goes. But I was also asking, because we have a landowner that is like 5 years delinquent on taxes because of some kind of issue with underground substance or something. So it potentially could be a brownfields issue, and there could be money for it. So DEQ is gonna, and DEQ is non-enforcement. So it's okay to ask them questions and they're not gonna come after somebody. So they're gonna research the land and see, you know, are there underground tanks? Is there something that's been reported? Cause that's my understanding. It's over something that, you know, there was something went with the land that wasn't supposed to. So it's potentially could be a brownfield site like we did at the old hospital. But they need more detail, so I left the card at home. But there's a young lady at the state, and she's gonna look into it. And then we'll see if somebody else is interested in some kind of cleanup or whatever. So I think it's good. There's definitely money out there and pushing to get it out. They have, it sounds like the tribes, because there was a guy that does just brownfield stuff for the tribes. Sounds the tribes is doing a great job with cleaning up sites and repurposing them, and they got their roller rink going again in Poplar. And then I guess there's the old VFW club in Wolf Point. They're looking at trying to get that cleaned up so that can be repurposed. And they're trying to figure out something to do. Oh, it's where the pizza place used to be on the corner that burned down across from the Ford dealership between that.
Yeah.
So they're trying to figure out something they can do with that, which doesn't impact us. At this point, I asked that there was money for cleaning up like old houses. Because at one point, Quasneys and several people got money for taking down old houses and just, turning it into just green space. But that money's not out there right now. So we'll see. But I gotta do some homework and figure out which land is actually involved in the, delinquent taxes, but try and get that straightened up. So I think it was a good trip. Then I came home and went to the school board meeting, which was uneventful. So I think that was it.
Okay, I don't think I had any meetings.
Okay. Yeah, so. And we can just table Nita's treasurer's cash report till she brings it in.
Okay.
Cause she usually brings it in the afternoon. Well. How about this? I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's cash report upon receiving it from Nita.
Well, second. All in favor?
Aye. Cause that way it's done and approved.
Yep.
Cause we're basically just doing a sanity check on it, and she brings in issues if she has them, so. So I think we're good. And then let's just, today we just gotta put on the agenda for next week, the consideration of type 1 zoning. We're gonna get the name of it. Something Mountain, right?
It's
Mount Animal. Yeah. Yeah, we can find it. It's just, we should call it, just so people know. Cause some people are, anytime they hear zoning, somebody's gonna come complain about it. Cause there are still some people that don't want any zoning, but they just need to know this just impacts. Cause I don't think anybody is trapped inside it that is truly against it. That I could see. So, and then we should have Nancy build a good map of the landowners involved. We could just give her the people's names. And she can work her magic, and so we can have, Jeannie did a good job with her map. But I think it'd be good to have a map that shows the landowners. So to me, that'd be easier to see than looking at the sections, and because that's what I did. I brought it in here. And I'm like, okay, followed along where it started and went up, and because the one landowner I had heard did not want to be in it, and it sounds like they're not in it. So I think that's all I have for today, other than waiting on the canvassing and the demolition bids.
all right.
Super.